Today, we're breaking down the Trump administration's latest policy shift, a decision that's reigniting fierce debates over merit versus diversity in public service. Yesterday, Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the dismissal of several Biden-era lawsuits, targeting cities and counties for using race-neutral hiring practices in police and fire departments. These lawsuits accused municipalities of discriminatory practices, claiming standardized tests and physical exams excluded minority candidates. But now, those cases are being dropped, signaling a sharp turn in federal priorities. The move has sparked immediate reactions from both supporters and critics alike. Take the case against the city of Durham, North Carolina, where firefighter applicants were required to pass a written exam. The Biden DOJ argued this unfairly impacted minority candidates, mandating compensation and preferential hiring for those rejected. Another high-profile dismissal involves Maryland State Police, who faced allegations of bias for requiring written and physical fitness tests. Under the previous administration, these agencies would have been forced to provide retroactive seniority and payouts, but not anymore. In Cobb County, Georgia, firefighter hopefuls faced credit checks, a requirement critics claimed disproportionately affected low-income applicants. The Trump DOJ argues such measures ensure accountability, rejecting claims they perpetuate systemic inequities. South Bend, Indiana, also made headlines when its police department faced scrutiny for requiring physical exams and cognitive assessments. Critics called these barriers exclusionary, but the DOJ now defends them as essential tools for maintaining operational readiness. The heart of the issue lies in balancing inclusivity with public safety. Supporters of these dismissals argue lowering standards endangers lives, while opponents insist systemic barriers still prevent equitable opportunities. Both sides agree the stakes couldn't be higher. President Trump has long championed merit-based systems, emphasizing excellence above all else in public service hiring. During his campaign, he vowed to dismantle what he calls divisive DEI initiatives, arguing they prioritize identity over capability at great cost. This policy reversal isn't just symbolic. It affects real communities, nationwide. From North Carolina to Indiana, cities can reinstate rigorous qualification processes without fear of federal intervention or costly legal battles. Local leaders are weighing in on what this means for their departments. Some express gratitude, citing improved morale among current officers and recruits. Others lament missed opportunities to address historical inequities, warning that strict standards could perpetuate disparities. Public reaction remains deeply divided, reflecting broader societal tensions. Advocacy groups pushing for greater representation see this as a setback, while unions representing first responders applaud the emphasis on excellence. For many, the question remains, how do we ensure fairness without compromising quality? The answer continues to elude consensus. Context matters here. Rising crime rates coupled with dwindling applications create a perfect storm for overstretched departments nationwide. Striking the right balance between quality hires and community trust is more urgent than ever in this challenging environment. Physical agility tests, once vilified, are now defended as essential tools, gauging endurance and resilience in life-or-death situations. After all, saving lives demands peak physical condition. There's little room for compromise. These standards aim to protect both responders and the public. Cognitive evaluations serve a different purpose but are equally critical. Understanding complex protocols, making split-second decisions, and communicating effectively require sharp mental acuity. These aren't arbitrary hurdles, they're lifelines in high-pressure scenarios. Even credit checks, though controversial, aim to assess reliability. For positions involving sensitive information or significant responsibility, financial stability can indicate sound judgment and ethical behavior. Critics counter that this unfairly penalizes low-income applicants. Still, skepticism persists. Many citizens worry stringent requirements could perpetuate existing disparities in public service ranks. They demand transparency in how these standards are applied and monitored, ensuring accountability remains a two-way street. Attorney General Bondi insists these moves aren't about exclusion but excellence. She argues prioritizing competence ensures every American receives top-tier protection, regardless of background. For her, the focus is clear: safer, stronger communities. But not everyone agrees with this vision. History looms large in this conversation. Decades of struggle for equal opportunity remind us why representation matters. At the same time, recent challenges underscore the need for capable leadership in crisis situations. Balancing these priorities is no small task. Ultimately, the goal is shared: safer, stronger communities. Whether achieved through revamped training programs, mentorship initiatives, or revised testing methods, success hinges on collaboration. Every step forward requires careful consideration of its impact. Experts continue dissecting the ripple effects. Will this embolden other jurisdictions to adopt stricter standards, or will it trigger renewed calls for alternative pathways into public service? The answers remain uncertain, but the discussion is far from over. Social media buzzes with opinions. Hashtags trend as people share personal stories, data points, and impassioned pleas. This digital dialogue reflects broader societal tensions, highlighting the complexity of achieving fairness and functionality simultaneously. As the nation watches, one thing is clear: the intersection of politics and public safety remains fraught with complexity. Each decision carries weight, shaping not only careers but lives. The choices made today will resonate for years to come. On the ground, change unfolds quietly yet profoundly. New recruits don uniforms, ready to serve. Their journeys reflect the evolving landscape of American heroism, shaped by policies that aim to balance ideals with practical realities. Looking ahead, the DOJ promises additional resources to bolster recruitment efforts while upholding rigorous standards. This dual commitment aims to bridge divides rather than deepen them. The challenge lies in execution, not intent. Engagement initiatives gain traction too. Building connections between departments and neighborhoods fosters mutual understanding, a cornerstone of effective governance. Trust isn't built overnight, but every effort counts toward progress. Meanwhile, lawmakers grapple with crafting legislation that addresses these nuanced issues. Hearings unfold, testimonies pour in, and compromises emerge slowly but surely. The road ahead is long, but the destination remains worth pursuing. Contrasting visions of progress define our era. While some champion inclusive frameworks, others advocate for unyielding excellence. Both perspectives contribute valuable insights to this enduring discourse, reminding us there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Accountability takes center stage. Citizens hold leaders responsible for ensuring policies align with values, protecting everyone equally while empowering the best among us. Transparency and trust go hand in hand in navigating these challenges. Graduation ceremonies mark milestones in this journey. As new guardians step forward, hope mingles with expectation. Their success will measure the wisdom of today's choices, offering lessons for the future of public service in America. For now, the conversation continues, dynamic, challenging, and vital to our collective future.